Don, welcome. First of all, I've had many compliments on my success of being able to bring the weather to you today. I just want you to know that I think it comes from higher powers than me. It also, with the angel that we have that joined us this last year, Sid Snyder, I believe he's there with us also. Okay, Loyalty Days, 2013, Flag Plaza dedication. Loyalty Days has had this vision since about 2000, whether or not we could put together a commemorative piece that would represent all of the different folks who have contributed either through their volunteer efforts, or whether it was financial, or whether it was just coming in, eating many banquet dinners at the Elks and buying raffle tickets to help build the funds. But we also had a lot of huge support from some grants, and I'll cover that in my recognition of this morning. As we come together for our 63rd Loyalty Day commemoration, I would hope we could all take a step back to reflect on the purpose of our observance of Loyalty Day. We need to show the volunteers of yesterday and today that their commitment has established an historically rich commemoration of patriotism. Today, we come together to dedicate a salute to the communities of the peninsula in establishing a lasting memorial to the efforts of hundreds of dedicated volunteers who have given years of devotion to honoring and maintaining the history of Loyalty Day. So we dedicate a flag plaza honoring all volunteers that have maintained our honor of the men and women of our armed forces. The flag plaza was made possible also by these major contributors: the Templin Foundation Grant Program, the Loyalty Days Foundation, Sid and Betty Snyder, the City of Long Beach, John and Patty Patzel, VFW Post 3721, Vietnam Veterans, Zoll Foundation, Corder Foundation, and the Long Beach Mayor's Fund. So as you can see, it came from a wide, diverse group of people who are here on the peninsula and who have supported the process. We are also very proud of those who have given in many ways in the development of the Flag Plaza. We had a lot of folks step up and do things like the plaques that are at the base of each one of the flags for the military show the branch of the service of the flag that is flying above it. This is to help all of those who have trouble keeping track of what the flag represents which armed forces. I think we noticed a little bit of that this morning at times. You still did a great job, though, Sweet Swing, wherever you're at behind. And so from here, Pat and Mary Ann Manning, Mark and Kathy Dobney, Ruth Ann Hawking, Ralph Moore, Gene Miles, Peninsula Retired Government Employees Association. The makeup of the Flag Plaza consists of a 50-foot aluminum pole flanked by the 5 service flags and the 6th, the POW flag, recognizing those who did sacrifice all as POWs or who are still missing in action. The centerpiece of the flag of the plaza is a large working Freedom Bell. The bell was donated to the Loyalty Days Foundation from the Everett Freedom Days Foundation through their director John Patzel and wife Patty. The bell is guarded by a circle of black powder-coated posts linked together with a gold anodized chain. Each post is topped by an American history quote. Such quotes range from the very first quote as you're entering from the southwest is that of Patrick Henry. I urge all of you to make sure you take the walk around the bell and look at the different quotes that are there and how they reflect to today in America. A special thanks goes to the City of Long Beach, their fire department, who helped direct the polls with their new aerial truck. They came down and called it a training program, and I think a couple of times we were wondering whether or not we had outmassed them as far as when they went up and the poles started to slip, and my instructions of how to get them in the hole properly probably wasn't as clear as it should have been. But they did a great job. And the city crew. The city crew provided the labor for all the concrete work. Loyalty Days is responsible for the funding, but some of the work, like I said, the volunteer fire department, the Long Beach crew, and what else am I missing there in the process? But of course, the city for the use of the property. The city councils, over the past 2 city councils, makeup have all supported the process in trying to get the performing arts stage up in time. We finally started it about 5.5 weeks ago, and there was a few glitches along the way, but the contractor did a great job of making it something that we could see the future in and also be viable enough to use today. In closing, I wish to thank the support of the community as well as the community leaders for their support in many in-kind services and many smaller donations that have been made. The Flag Plaza, one of distinction for the West Coast, and we hope it's there for many years to come to represent Loyalty Days and the folks who try to make sure that each first Sunday in May we have a parade and we have a banquet on the Saturday before, and all the volunteers, we wish them well as we move into this day of the banquet tonight and the parade tomorrow. We're looking at 122 units that'll go through the parade. There's 15 marching bands from schools from as far north as Seattle and down into the Portland area. So please make sure you take time to see them. You're going to have a perfect year for weather, it looks like, in the process. And so I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming and taking the time to come and see our Flag Plaza, help us dedicate it, and we'll have a little part at the end here where we'll work on seeing if we can hear that bell ring. So, Jerry, I'm going to turn it back over to you, and my part as a politician is done for today.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I kind of missed one thing, so I'm going to just kind of take a quick step backwards. And if Kimberly, if you would mind coming up, please. We have a letter from our senators, and I'd like to have Kimberly read the letter. And then after that, I will have
Thank you. So Senator Cantwell obviously could not join us in person today, but sent the following letter that she asked me to read on her behalf. Dear friends, I am writing to offer my congratulations as you celebrate the 63rd Annual Loyalty Days, the longest consecutively running celebration of its kind in the entire nation. In 1950, the Veterans of Foreign Wars first held this event to celebrate America's ideals and those who serve the nation. 63 years later, Loyalty Days continues to give us an opportunity to reflect on what it means to serve community and country. The selfless dedication, sacrifice, and hard work of many, from volunteers in the community to members of our nation's military, are what makes our nation prosperous and strong. Thank you again to everyone who has come together to make this year's Loyalty Days a success. Your hard work and determination have once again led to a successful event, and I look forward to many more in the future. Warmest regards, Maria Cantwell, United States Senator.
Thank you so much. And then Mr. David Hodges, please.